Myself, Mr. Sunil Kumar Singh, graduated in mining engineering from BIT Sindri in 1994 and MTech from BHU in 2000. I am presently working as Head of Department in Mining Engineering at Bilaspur College of Polytechnic, Bilaspur. I have 20 years of teaching experience. Now, I am present here to deliver the lecture on mine fire. Particularly, fire takes place in underground coal mines as well as in surface mines. These are the contents: introduction, classes of fire, fire triangle and fire tetrahedron, causes of fires in mines and mine area, precautions against mine fire, preventive measures against mine fire, fire extinguishers and references related to the topic. Now, come to introduction. What is fire? Fire is what we see the burning of some combustible material, but in relation to mines, a coal mine fire or mine fire is a smouldering of coal deposit, often in a coal mine or in a coal stock or in open cast mines. Such fires have economic, social and ecological impacts. Economic means it causes the loss of coal. Social means it causes loss of coal means it causes less employment for nearby people because of the loss of sufficient amount of coal. And ecological impact means the burning of coal causes the environmental pollution because of formation of such type of carbon dioxide gas, carbon monoxide gas and other harmful fumes and gases. They are often started by lighting grass or forest fires and are particularly insidious because they continue to smolder underground after surface fires have been extinguished, because in underground mines it is in particular area, in a short area, and it cannot be controlled at immediately in short interval of times. Coal fires are a serious problem because hazard to health and safety and the environment include toxic fumes, relighting grasses, burrs, bush and forest fires, and subsidence of surface infrastructure such as roads, pipeline, electric lines, bridge support, building and homes, because in underground mines if fire takes place, coal gets burnt and formation of ashes causes the withdrawal of support or unsupported area of the mine, and which causes the falling of roof and has effect on surface. Basically, fire is a slow form of deflagration. What is deflagration? Deflagration means propagating reaction in which energy transfer from the reaction zone to the unreacted zone to accomplish through ordinary transport process such as heat and mass transfer. Fire constitutes an ever present hazard in mines. They occur whenever and wherever combustible materials like coal are present in mine working. The fire not only endanger the lives of men in a mine, but also cause economic loss to the organization, because whenever fire spreads inside an underground mines, it causes danger to persons working in the mines, and burning of coal causes economic loss for the mining company. Generally, there are two distinct types of mine fires, means incipient fires. Incipient fires means due to a spontaneous combustion. It is self-heating condition of coal. There is no any external source of heat to cause fire. It is take automatically, and there is open fire. Open fire means it is caused by external means and it takes place at shaft, roadways, faces in underground mines, and these fires are visible, active combustion or flame. Incipient fires are also called seam fire, which originate in abandoned and discontinued mine working. Goughs, fall of roof, coal, fractured coal pillar, vicinity of geological disturbances, they account for 75 to 90% in all underground mine fires and difficult to detect in their early stage. It is detected by some symptoms and experience of workers. Open fires. These fires originate in open mine workings such as shaft, roadways, coal faces, and also due to spontaneous combustion and characterized by visible of active combustion flame. Basically, these fires caused by some external means, that means heating or burning of something or external flame safety lamp, breakage of flame safety lamp, blasting, and they speed very quickly in the direction of ventilation, because the rate of flow depends on the velocity of air, quantity of combustible material, etc. As we know that in underground coal mines, the presence of dust and broken coal is a major source of fuel which causes fire. Classes of fire. There are 5 classes of fire. The class A. Class A is combustible materials. Class A fires are generally caused by a naked flame or items of high temperature coming into contact with combustible material or carbonaceous material. These fires in generally takes place in solid fuel like coal, wood, timber, etc. But class B fire caused in flammable liquid like kerosene oil, petrol, diesel, spirit, and exposed to the source of ignition. These type of liquids are flammable by design and extremely volatile if not stored safely. Class C. Class C fires caused in flammable gases. Fires involving flammable gases such as propane, methane, butane, benzene, fumes gases, etc. Flammable gases must be stored correctly in sealed container and only operated by a competent person. If in underground mines the fire takes place due to burning of methane, then it is categorized as class C, but if it is caused due to burning of coal or timber, then it can be categorized as class A. But class B fire generally not takes place in underground mines, because there is rarely presence of such type of liquid fuels in underground mines, as the use of diesel engine is prohibited, particularly in underground coal mines. Underground metal mines, there may be presence of diesel engine and which may cause fire. Now, class D fire. Class D fire is basically burning of metals. Class D fire occurs when combustible metals such as magnesium, lithium, sodium ignite and are more prevalent in laboratories, warehouses and metal fabricators. This type of fires cannot take place in underground mines, but at surface, whether in workshop or in any other places where the working of such metals is continuously working, then such type of fire can take place. Electrical fire, this type of fire is categorized as class E and are a risk to all premises that use electricity, and obviously in underground coal mines the presence of electric equipment, electric machineries causes the supply of electric current, and due to short circuit the fire can take place, and this type of fire can be classified as dangerous fire. Class F fire means coking oil and fats. Class F fire pose a risk to restaurant and kitchen. Fire from cooking oils and fats can be made significantly worse by using a liquid based agent to extinguish it. Such type of fire in underground mines not possible, but if a canteen near the underground mines at the surface, such type of fire takes place in canteen, which may spread inside the mines through any means. So, such type of fire cannot be ignored, and the prevention can be taken to prevent such type of fire by storing cooking oil and fat in such type of container that may not catch fire. And to understand fire, we use a term fire triangle. Fire triangle has three sides. At one side it is oxygen, at another side it is heat source, and the third side is fuel. So, it means a fire can take place only when the combination of these three things is quite necessary, because if only presence of fuel, it cannot take place fire because of absence of source of heat or source of oxygen. If fuel is present, oxygen is present, but there is no source of fuel, heat, then fire cannot take place. So, the combination of these three parameters. Next one is fire tetrahedron. Fire tetrahedron is geometrical representation of the four properties that must be necessary for a fire to occur within a given situation. These properties include fuel, heat and oxidizing agent, usually oxygen found in ambient air, and uninhibited chemical reaction. In fire triangle, we consider the presence of the parameter, but there must be a chemical reaction among them. In the absence of chemical reaction, a fire cannot be taken place, and that is why the chemical reaction cannot be ignored. So, the fuel combines with oxygen causes heat as well as fire. Causes of fire in mines and mine area. Various causes of fire are spontaneous combustion, electricity, friction, blasting, explosion and miscellaneous. Spontaneous combustion. This is the self heating of the coal or other carbonaceous material, resulting eventually in its ignition without the application of external heat, as it is a self process. It takes place automatically, but it cannot take immediately. It takes somewhat a considerable amount of time. Next one is electricity. Electricity hazards like short circuiting, sparking due to improper methods of installation, use, repair and maintenance of electrical equipment, particularly inside an underground coal mine. Short circuits and sparks may ignite any combustible material present in their immediate vicinity of place. Such safeguards and preventive measures are not installed. It is estimated that overboats are mine fires in Indian mines and US mines occur due to electrical origin. Friction. Friction due to frictional causes occur in roadways in which belt conveyors and rope haulage are installed. In staple shafts which are supported with timber and coal faces which are laid by coal cutting machines or power loaded. Belt conveyor fires form the longest percentage of these fires because belt when running continuously may get rubbed with nearby timber support or steel support or other structures, and due to friction they can catch fire. Blasting. Blasting is an important source for fire in underground mines. Blown out shots in coal, especially when coal dust is present in shot hole, may cause mine fires through ejected glowing particles igniting coal dust or loose coal near the face. Blasting can also ignite an unknown methane blower, which is then may act inter coal face on fire. Blown out shots causes the spark of or ignition of explosive material, and in underground coal mines it can cause fire to nearby coal dust and even the fragments of coal, and the spark can also cause the methane to burn, as methane is always present in even less amount at everywhere in an underground coal mine. So, blasting is carried out in a careful place, or particularly care is taken for the shot blown out and preventing from any explosive cartridge to come from blast hole even in fresh or broken conditions. Explosion. Fire dam and coal dust explosion leave in their wake a smoldering and active fire. The explosion flame, gases and coal dust takes part in the explosion may set on fire on wooden doors, non-fireproof pieces of clothing, unburned coal dust and loose coal, and ultimately to coal faces, because fire damp explosion and coal dust explosion takes place at very high temperature and they produce high heat, which is a prime source of fire in underground coal mines, and the presence of coal dust, methane helps in catching fire in a mine area. Miscellaneous causes means careless handling of naked lamp or open light, carrying matches or other flame making devices, smoking causes fires. This is the carelessness of workers, as the naked lamp or open light has been restricted to underground mines, but some workers foolishly takes place match or contrabands to consume in mines. Welding, cutting, soldering operation with arc or gas in underground mine may result in mine fires, particularly in degree 2 or degree 3 coal mines. The use of such activity has been prohibited by the regulation. Static or frictional electricity may result fire. It is mainly caused from battery. There may be a spark result from illegal operation of battery and causes fire in mines. Friction of belt against pulley produces sparks. If belt runs at a speed higher than prescribed speed, it causes fire. Coal fires may originate due to ignition of coal dust by any region. If coal dust catches fire, it means there may be a condition of fire inside the coal mines. These are the causes of fire that every worker, every person working in the mine have to know about the conditions, situations of catching fire in an underground mines. After the causes factors, we come to preventive measures against fire, because every worker has to be trained, have to be warned against the fire. So, prevention of fire means now spontaneous heating. This is controlled by proper winning of coal, not leaving carbonaceous matter, high rate of extraction, roof control, adequate ventilation. As the oxidation of coal is continuously taking place, that is why we use whitewashing, sprinkling of water, removal of dust and removal of carbonaceous matter, sealing of areas where the such type of condition can take place. Now, come to electricity. Proper method of installation, regular inspection, good maintenance, provision of safeguards to minimize electrical fire, because safety makes first to prevent fire. So, during the use of electricity, we install properly, their maintenance should be carried out at a time and in proper way. Friction, lubrication of rollers, good maintenance minimizes friction fire, using fire resistance material, installing automatic fire sensor system, installing safety devices, maintenance correct alignments, keeping idlers rollers will also reduce these fire. Basically, we know the causes of fire due to belt, due to improper operation of belt causes fire. So, it is the lack of proper lubrication and lack of maintenance causes fire. So, if we lubricate timely, if we maintain the rollers and components of belt at regular interval, then we can prevent such type of fire, and we can use automatic fire sensor system that warns before a fire takes place, or even if fire takes place, it can warn people working near the belt or other places. Staple pit fires. Fires in a staple pit may be prevented by using brake lining and rope treated with fire resistant material, constructing fire proof engine room and providing fire protection in engine room and shafts by means of automatic water sprinkler system. Because in a staple pits, the fire mainly takes place due to friction, and friction takes place during the movement of rope and brake lining. When brake is applied, the friction between brake and the drum can cause a spark and hence causes fire. So, we can prevent such type of fire. Fires in rope, haulage and incline shafts. Proper selection, installation and maintenance of rollers, pulleys and axle bearing may prevent fires, because these fires mainly cause due to friction. If rope is travelled its proper speed, there will be no fire. If it is lubricated properly, then the friction can be reduced and hence fire can be prevented. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous means as a precaution against welding, cutting, soldering, they are performed by competent people under the supervision of qualified persons at places free from danger due to fire damp or coal dust. Adequate fire extinguishing appliances are used of stone dust reduction fires. Basically, it has been seen in some underground coal mines that due to welding, the fire has been taken place, and once fire takes place due to presence of such fuels like coal dust, fragments of coal, it quickly spread throughout the mines, and within a short time it covers large area. So, during welding proper precautions takes place that the nearby places should be fireproof material, and the coal should be diluted with stone dust to prevent it from burning, and the presence of coal fragments should be removed, and no any presence of any burning material have to be present. Friction of belts and the dangers can be minimized by installing all machinery so as to secure a safe discharge of static electricity. Static electricity can cause fire, that is why we take proper precaution during the use of static electricity. Diesel powered equipment shall be maintained properly, malfunctioning shall be repaired immediately, and we for this purpose we use flame proof trap, so which causes the trapping of flame to discharge the flame that contains incombustible material, not any combustible gases or flammable gases. Now, fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers are used to extinguish fire in every places where fire has takes place. A fire extinguisher is an active fire protection device used to extinguish or control a small fire. Often in emergency situation, it is not intended for the use of an out of control fire, such as one which has reached the ceiling, endangers the upper, that is no escape route, a smoke, explosion hazard, etc., or otherwise require the expertise of a fire department. Typically, a fire extinguisher consists of a handheld cylindrical pressure vessel containing an agent which can be discharged to extinguish a fire. Basically, fire extinguisher is a portable instrument, and it is useful for a small scale fire, not for a large scale fire. Now comes to types of fire extinguishers. There are so many types of fire extinguishers used for the purpose. They include soda acid, foam extinguishers, carbon dioxide, dry powder, dry chemical, and CTC means carbon tetrachloride type of fire extinguisher. Soda acid fire extinguisher. Soda acid fire extinguisher contains sodium bicarbonate, means NaHCO3, and sulfuric acid, means H2SO4, are used in soda acid fire reaction. It is the most effective fire extinguisher for home usage. That means, it is used for class A fire. In this fire, the sodium bicarbonate and sulfuric acid reacts to form carbon dioxide, which has blanketing effect against the fire and cut off the supply of oxygen to the fire, and fire gets extinguished. Working of soda acid, the fire extinguisher contains sodium bicarbonate in water solution as well as sulfuric acid in separate bottle. During the use, we turn the knob on the fire extinguisher, and sulfuric acid gets reacted with sodium bicarbonate solution and produces a little amount of carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas is non-combustible gas that does not support combustion. it is heavier than air and hence cuts off the supply of oxygen from the air and putting out on flames. Foam type extinguisher is used to extinguish fire caused by electrical and inflammable liquids like petrol and kerosene, that is class B or class E fire. CO2 type fire extinguisher. A CO2 fire extinguisher is an active fire protection device used to extinguish or control a small fires, often in emergency situation. It contains pure carbon dioxide, which is a clean extinguishant stored under high pressure in a metal cylinder. It lacks typical pressure gauge common in other fire cylinder. It is used to extinguish class B flammable liquid fire, petrol, oil solvents and recommended for use on live electrical equipments. It is not intended for use on an out of control fire such as one which has reached the ceiling, endanger the life, no escape routes, a smoke, explosion hazard or otherwise require the expertise of fire brigades. Its portability makes it very useful in remote areas. In underground mines, if electrical fire takes place at very small scale, then such type of fire extinguishers can be applicable. Foam type extinguishers are the most effective and safe extinguisher to use on fire involving flammable liquid and solid combustible. That is why it is used for class A and class B fires. It consists of metal cylinder which consists of a knob and a nozzle. The cylinder is filled with a solution of saturated sodium bicarbonate. A glass bottle containing aluminum sulphate is also kept inside the metallic cylinder. Whenever we strike the knob against a hard surface, the glass bottle breaks down and aluminum sulphate is come to contact with saturated sodium bicarbonate solution and reacts to produce carbon dioxide. Dry powder extinguisher. An extinguisher of this type can be used for dealing with fire of any type including electrical fire. It contains a fire quenching powder and a container of high pressure carbon dioxide, both placed inside a cylinder. The dry powder is a mixture of chemicals consisting of monoammonium phosphate as the main ingredient and other chemicals which have ever antiseptic and water repellent properties. The powder has very little cooling effect on the fire, but it forms an adhering glassy crust and metamorphic acid over the combustible material and retards further combustion. It is available in 1 to 12 kg dry powder, also available in 25 and 70 kg capacity models. Dry chemical fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher agent used in this device is a powder composed of very small particulars. Types of agents available include sodium bicarbonate base and potassium bicarbonate base. Dry chemical type extinguisher have a special treatment that ensure proper low capability by providing resistance to packing and moisture absorbent. This is the list and we come to CTC. Carbon tetrachloride is a liquid at normal temperature, but it evaporates easily in cooling effect is very high, and when the liquid comes in contact with the burning material, the cooling effect quenches the fire CTC is a non-conductor of electricity, and therefore, the CTC type extinguisher can be used for electrical fires. This is the list of the fire extinguisher provided for the type of fire, and this is the reference that is taken for the lecture. Thank you.